Starting today, Missourians will see some everyday savings at the store.
And for students across the state, phones in the classroom are now a thing of the past. Our Travis Cummings is in studio this morning with us with these changes and what they mean for the families and the schools. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning, Rennie and Michelle. Lots on deck today. These new laws touch both the home life and the classroom life. And for parents especially, the savings and the restrictions could hit on the same day. So listen up. Effective today, no more sales tax on diapers and feminine hygiene products across Missouri. That's both state and local tax, which can add significant savings over time for you. Advocates say it's a step toward ending what's been called the pink tax, the extra cost often placed on women's health products that aren't taxed like other medical necessities. Also happening today, cell phones can be restricted or banned during instructional time in Missouri schools under a new state law aimed at reducing distractions in the classroom. While each district will set its own enforcement rules, the law gives broad authority to teachers and administrators to confiscate your child's phones or require them to store it away during the school day. I spoke to a Parkway parent about this back in April.
Everything that I had to report to school that wasn't academic for my son revolved around an issue with his phone, whether it was being stolen or somebody screenshotted his, text messages and sent it around. So it's just nice to know that he's got this time and space to focus on school.
Now, supporters of the law say it's about creating a better learning environment, while other parents worry it limits communications in emergencies. Either way, school phone policies are now governed by state law.
I think this is really interesting, the pink tax and the diapers, the feminine products, also incontinence in some cases. Some of that used to be a luxury tax.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, how much do you think people can save when we're talking about diapers and, all these
well,
things?
Of course, economic experts are really breaking down the numbers here. And so they say you spend on average about $1,000 every year.
On diapers?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And so,
yeah.
Wow.
So you can save in tax about $100 and $150.
That's significant.
Yeah, you can pay something else with that.
You can buy more diapers with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, same goes for feminine hygiene products or, however much you need. But with those local and state sales tax off the table, I mean, you're saving a pretty dime.
Yeah, and that's what advocates are saying. We have to buy those.
Yes.
You can have health issues if you don't have those. For
That's
your
right.
babies or for women, yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned the rash earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
common.
Well, I mean, I think that, one thing you got to keep in mind, it's not just babies when it comes to diapers anymore, like you said.
Oh, for sure.
You've
Aging
got adults
population.
dealing with it too. I want to go back to the cell phone policies.
Yeah.
We know that a lot of schools have kind of already put those policies in place. Are all the schools buying this and on board with it, or anybody saying, not so fast?
Yeah, I think the overall sentiment is that, look, we want people to be engaged in class, right? As a parent, I know that's super important. Like, you want your students to be able to focus, but I think there's this innate fear that something may break out, you're not able to contact them. And so I actually covered Jennings probably 2 years ago. They implemented the Yonder pouch, which is a magnetic sort of resource where, they put the phone in at the top of the day, they clamp that thing together, and then you have to check it out at the end of the day. Now, my sources there at Jennings say that it has been incredible.
Wow.
They're loving it. The students are on board with it because, hey, they don't have to deal with that unnecessary stressor throughout the rest of the day.
Stressor and distractions.
They do that at some of the concerts.
Yeah, they do.
They'll take your cell phones and lock them up like
Yeah,
that
it's
too
like
before
be
some of
in the
concerts.
moment, people. Be in the moment. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, these years are gonna pass you by. I promise you. Like high school, just stay focused
Yeah.
and have fun.
You can't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.